Hey, what's up, guys? It's David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is September 28, 2023. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage the following three events in the United States by the date of September 28, 2023, which is coincidentally the first ever impeachment hearing of Joseph R. Biden. So the three events are as follows: A mass shooting; B, a Trump-related arrest, assassination, indictment, or FBI raid; or a Joseph R. Biden dissolution of presidency event. So firstly, in respect to mass shootings, it is virtually certain that the CIA will stage a high-fatality or high-profile mass shooting in the United States by the date of September 28th. And coincidentally, the piece of legislation, the draconian assault rifle ban that was passed by the House earlier this year, is HR 1808, and this is 2/8, which is reflected in the date of September 28th. So exactly where this mass shooting is planned is obviously not known, but it will most likely target celebrities, African Americans, or students, or live sporting events. Secondly, in respect to the former president Donald J. Trump, it is expected that the CIA will stage his arrest, his assassination, an indictment, or an FBI raid targeting Trump, his son Donald Jr., or former political or business associates, possibly under the guise of bribery, links to Russia, the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, or some sort of sex trafficking crimes. In respect to Joseph R. Biden, it is virtually certain that the CIA will stage the resignation of Biden, or I should rather say a dissolution of presidency event of Joseph R. Biden by the date of September 28, 2023. It's virtually certain. As I previously mentioned, this is the first ever Biden impeachment hearing, so they're using this basically going to force him out of office, and this will bring in the presidency of one Kamala Harris, who has carte blanche to pick whomever she likes as president. And just as the Democrats stole the previous election, they plan to basically hijack the democratic process by bringing Kamala Harris into office just prior to the election slated for November 5th of 2023. So exactly, do you mind? I'm busy. Sorry, I'm getting harassed here. So exactly how the CIA plans to stage a Joe Biden dissolution of presidency event, or I should say end of presidency event, is obviously not known, but an assassination, a death event is expected, possibly under the guise of a COVID-19 fatality, or a stroke, or a fall. If you recall, he fell previously on multiple occasions, so this may be in order. Although unlikely, it's possible that the CIA may stage an arrest of Biden, possibly under the guise of bribery that him and his son are involved in, or treason, which is also unlikely. But it's far more likely that the CIA will stage some sort of a medical episode, like I previously mentioned, possibly COVID-19, a stroke, a coma. If you've been following the news, you know that a lot of senators and congressmen have suffered medical episodes as of late, and this is because they're setting the precedent for some sort of major event to happen to Joe Biden. That being said, it's virtually 100% certain that Biden will resign prior to the date of September 28th of 2023. And there is 100 million possibilities, but the top 10 is as follows: a resignation under the guise of the U.S.-Mexico border crisis, committing IRS or tax-related crimes, engaging in some sort of bribery scheme, possibly with his son Hunter Biden, the ongoing and ever-growing United Autos workers strike, the record amount of inflation, the cocaine that was previously found in the White House, something in respect to his son Hunter Biden, who has been indicted on IRS charges or gun charges, but we're awaiting IRS and tax charges. the Afghanistan debacle and the murder of 13 U.S. soldiers in Afghanistan, the hostage swaps with Russia or Iran, which are a threat to national security, something in respect to the 2022 election or 2020 election, possibly the fraudulent 81 million votes that Biden allegedly received via the Dominion voting machines, or the classified documents that were found underneath his Corvette in his garage in Delaware. So, just to recap, some sort of high fatality, high profile mass shooting to basically bring about draconian gun, anti-Second Amendment, anti-assault rifle gun legislation. Coincidentally, I believe it was on the 20th, if I'm not mistaken, the White House formed the White House anti-gun anti-gun violence prevention team, if I'm not mistaken, if that's the exact terminology. And so Kamala Harris was appointed as the head of this anti-gun violence prevention team. So that means that they're getting ready to stage a major mass shooting in the United States, and then Kamala Harris, who is the head of that task force, will become president, and that will become her mission to ban assault weapons. And this will, of course, start a second American Civil War over the right to keep and bear arms. And it should also be noted that in the event of the next mass shooting, which may come tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, up until this date of September 28th, Joe Biden may die of a heart attack when allegedly receiving the news of this false flag event that the CIA plans to stage. So they may kill two birds with one stone on that particular occasion. Get rid of Biden, bring Kamala Harris up to presidency, and then stage a civil war. So just to recap, mass shooting expected, some sort of attack or election interference targeting Trump. They may again indict him, and then some sort of end of presidency event regarding Joseph R. Biden. So that could be, like I said, an assassination, an arrest, a medical episode, but most likely a resignation. So it's imperative to note that these three events will not be organic in nature. They have been planned and attempted to be executed ad nauseum for since Biden became president back on January 20th of 2021. So this will basically bring about the CIA is desperately trying to negate the democratic process of the 2024 election, which obviously Trump is leading in all polls over Biden, as well as any Democrat or Republican challengers. And so this is basically to basically switch horses mid-race to Kamala, and then once Kamala gets in there, then things are going to move really quick, because obviously she would stand no chance against Trump in the general election. So they're going to have to declare some sort of martial law, some sort of national emergency, some sort of DEFCON level event. And this was previously witnessed when a woman, I forget her name, but she's the governor of New Mexico, she passed the first ever ban on firearms in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this was done under an emergency order. And that's because the CIA is, with Kamala as a woman, she will do the same. She will institute a national emergency to ban weapons, and then this will, of course, trigger a second American Civil War over the right to keep and bear arms, which is clearly outlined in the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. And so the CIA has special forces armed to the teeth in virtually every single state that are going to go on the offensive, and this is what they're talking about. They've been trying to stage it. Try to stage it all summer long, from the spring until now, and so they plan to coordinate this spring offensive with the end of Joe Biden presidency event, along with the Kamala Harris presidency, which will take America to a very, very dark place, because once the Civil War starts, then that's when the Predator drone program called Skynet will be activated, and this is where the CIA basically plans to unleash hell on hundreds of millions of America via Terminator drone strikes. So anyways, as I do in all my videos, I'm kindly asking that if any of the following 3 events transpire in reality in the United States prior to the day or on the day of September 28th of 2023, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence agencies, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.